Come on then, Lindsay. Pay up. She's gone.
I find any bread, no trouble.
Bread or a brisket, toll's the same.
Oh, I don't
Your grift
feel
teaches
so
you to
good.
bully others. Pathetic.
You keep his...
This is not your business, Long Pig.
Don't let this moss muncher talk to you like that. Especially a cheapskate.
An intense-looking man steps between the thug and the elf and rolls up his sleeves, revealing well-muscled and heavily scarred arms. You recognize him. It's Ifan, who you met aboard the ship on the way here.
Just stand aside, won't you, mate? This is no business of yours.
Lone wolves decide their own business.
The thug freezes in fear for a moment before shuffling back to the protection of his crony.
Pay up, elf. No one shorts griff. Especially not one of you. Everyone in camp's got to contribute. For food, for protection, no exceptions. Especially not for air.
Food? Protection? I have neither.
You two ought to be thanking your lucky gods it's us, and not the Magisters involved. Now come on, elf. If you make me say it again, there's gonna be trouble.
And neither will I.
We got a system, and it looks like you...
Yield to none.
Who in their right mind would think of a thing like this? Indigestion? Oh gods, not now.
Glory is mine!
Hello? You gonna pray all day, buddy?
Follow me, before more of them trouble us.
I've an errand to run around here first. I'll catch up with you there later.
Remember, past the kitchens, down to the beach, inside the caves there. There is a safe place.
Is that indigestion, or is it... Oh gods, not now.
Deplorable surrounding for an agreeable conversation, but go ahead.
Ifan rolls his sleeves back down and casually wipes some blood from his...
Good work there. Good work. I can tell you've got chops. Say,
He stretches out one rough hand to shake yours. He grips your hand tight as a vice and pauses. His fingertips feel your finger bones. His eyes...
say, you don't look all that busy now that we're safely on dry land. I could use someone to watch my back, and it looks like I've just got a small errand to run. And then I'll be looking to get the hell out of here, while I've still got a neck to collar. How about we stick together until we get out of this place?
He shrugs, looking off to the side.
Mercenaries. It's a job. My job. The usual way. Haphazard, terrifying, and drenched in blood. 2 heads are better than 1, and when push comes to shove...
He grins, sharp teeth glitter.
So, before we hit the road, it's best if we decide... Survival's my main priority. I'll use every trick in the book to keep us alive. But if a wayfarer's not what you're after, I've got other skills. What do you need? Can do. Onwards.
He scans the horizon for threats with one green eye, then nods back at you.
Right you are. Lead the way.
Right mind would think of a thing like this.
Right now, it's time to accept reality.
Did you see them, sir? Bishop Alexander and the Hammer herself, they were so close, almost within arm's reach. A traitor cannot be murdered. A traitor can only receive their due. The divine order's all that stands between everything. Believe it or don't.
As soon as I saw that glint in your eye, I knew we'd make a solid team. I am too, I must say. Good to know someone's got your back when the going's tough.
He freezes and shoots you a wary glance, looking for all the...
Well, why not? Go ahead. Not much, I'll tell you that. Why? What do you think of them? Huh. Sharp eyes, lad. But they can't keep the likes of us locked up too long, I'll wager. Come on, let's poke around and see if we can sniff out some blind spots in their surveillance.
Pipe now, Farah. It's time to accept...
You there. You've just arrived, isn't that right? Are you quite alone? It's just... I've a proposition. Something very worth knowing. But it's hardly a group affair. I only need one. In that case, listen up. You must think me mad to approach a stranger, but this camp is full of cowards and I'm running out of time. Fast. You would be too if you'd been here as long as I have. In fact, you should be nervous if you're here at all. I've been here a long time. Longer than anyone else. People get taken sometimes. Some folks say they get killed. I have a way out of here. Are you interested? You're lost, my friend. Change your mind about my offer yet? You're lost.
Why hasn't Alexander
Change your mind about my... Attaboy. Who wouldn't? The plan's simple. Completely foolproof. I have a spell. There's an artifact that you can use to teleport me out of this place. Then I can use my spell to free you in turn. This item, though, it's in quite an unfortunate... And how many would make it before the guards noticed? 4? 5? Every bloody sorcerer in this place? It's found its way into a nest of crocodilians on a secluded beach nearby. Here, give me your map and I'll show you where to go. Not enough to trouble a fire. Get that artifact, and you and I are as good as free. Go give those overgrown...
The woman is scrabbling at her throat, as though she can hardly breathe.
Yeah, what
The woman is scrabbling at her throat, as though she can hardly...
Quiet! Better if they don't take notice. They don't move. It won't budge. I can't breathe. I can't...
She breathes deeply into the...
Thank you.
Right hand, my winker. Fella's got more right hands than an octopus.
Come
Please.
on, old man.
Please, you must help me. No. Oh, bless you. Bless you. She's Irma's her name. She's about as high as your hip. I'm sick with worry. Completely sick. And no one in this damn camp will lift a finger to... I last saw her just here, near 3 days ago. She was playing with her little doll, and I was washing out her tunic. This place turns people cold. Cold and wicked. That fellow Jeth over there... Yes, of course. Here, you should take it with you. When you find her...
She soaks up.
She ought to come with you then. She ought to follow you back to me. You are an angel. Truly you are. Mummy's
I
right
told
here.
him at noon
Where are
exactly.
you?
Didn't I?
Pipe down, Farah. It's time to accept reality.
Respect for Griff's right hand, Topsy. Right hand, my winker. Fella's got more right hands than an octopus.
That's it. I call court. Pay out.
Come on, old man. I can't wait all day.
Irma? Irma?
Farah. She ain't coming back.
I don't think I ain't watching. That's your big blue chest in his
Irma? Where are you,
Fella
darling?
can't hear himself think with all this You hear that, Farah? You got to cut that out. What's happened to you?
Ho ho! Ain't come to shake me down for my knickers, have you? You're all I got left after your buddies were through with me.
No, let's not get nasty. Greet's better off, I'm sure.
Keep my name out your mouth, how about?
Easy now, old chap. It isn't my fault she's dead. The smell, though. Please, excuse...
You're talking to me, not...
Oh, for the love of Lucy...
Say it again. What you said about my wife. Go on. Go on, Sam.
Well, it's the truth, and you know it. She's better off. So what if it was messy? I'd rather puke myself to death 1,000 times than let the Reds get to me.
A flat smile twitches across...
She never did like you.
The man looks for a moment at the corpse at his feet, then turns back toward the nearly finished coffin, bloodied hammer in hand.
Don't feel too bad. Fella had no decency. If you don't have that, you don't have anything to live for.
He nods at you and turns back to his handiwork.
Wouldn't know a thing about you and I, Gretchen.
He taps hammer to...
You. It's just... In that case, listen up. I've been here. I have a way... Are you interested? Attaboy. The plan's simple. There's an artifact that you can use to... It's found its way into a nest of crocodilians on a secluded beach. Get that artifact. And you and I...
Where are you, darling?
Farah. She ain't coming back.
Please, please, you must help me. Oh, bless. Irma's her name. I'm sick with worry. Completely sick. And no one in this damn... You are an... Ah, you're back. Bless you. Ah, you're back. Please, you sound just like that...
She ignores.
I'm not mad, darling. I'm not mad. Sweetheart?
She ain't coming back.
Please, please, you must help me. No one here will help. She was... I'm sick with worry. Completely sick. This place turns people cold. Yes, of course.
She soaks up a...
She ought to come with you. You are an... Ah, you're back. Please, did bless you.
I told him I knew.
Mama, Mummy's right here.
You there. You've just arrived, isn't that right? Are you... It's just... I've been here a long... I have a way... Are you interested? At the plan... There's an artifact. It's found... Not enough to get that artifact.
What if there are no sorcerers? And why hasn't Alexander risen here?
The lizard's brow knits together, then apart, and back again. He seems to be swimming deep in his thoughts, and doesn't look up as you approach. The kin's brow knits together, then apart and back again. He seems to be swimming deep in his thoughts, and doesn't look up as you approach.
What? Oh, kin. New, are you? Very good, very good. Make yourself at home. My mind? What else, kin? I'm wondering why. All of this. Source, the void book, the divine. Why? Where's that, then? The egg? We'll go back to the egg. No doubt the two are related. Perhaps if we can revert... I fear it will be quite some time before we find any answers at all, my friend. Though...
The woman, as she catches sight of you, recognition flashes in.
Ben, Mist! Ifan! Ben, Mist! You killed them! You killed them! He killed them all! Murderer! Keep him away from me! Help!
The woman is scrabbling at her throat, as though she can hardly breathe.
Don't touch me! You're too close. This collar, this place, it's move! It won't.
She breathes deep.
Thank you.
What if there are no sorcerers? Why hasn't Alexander risen here?
I only mean that if you think about it logically, she's much better off. Please.
You're talking to...
Oh, for the...
Say it again. What you said... Piss. Go on.
Well, it's the truth, and you know it. She's better off.
A flat smile.
She never did like... Bastard.
The man looks for a moment at the corpse at his feet.
Murder's a big word. And no. This here's a bed for someone 1,000 times better than that snake. Only a coward will let someone talk about their soulmate. Well, maybe it is murder. Maybe not all killing's as bad as arrest, though. Maybe they're onto something, then.
He nods at you and turns back to his... The man looks for a moment at the corpse at his feet, then turns back toward the nearly finished coffin, bloodied hammer in hand.
A duel? Where do you think you are,
I'll yield to none.
I fear it will be quite some time before we find any... Good.
Hey, Freshy! What you heard about a crate of stolen supplies? And don't you lie to me now. Huh. What do I need your help for? If you're done wasting...
But why?
Hey,
Another device.
Freshy! Huh. What do I need? If you're done wasting my time...
What if there are no sorcerers?
Easy, eh? What's your hand, Pipspock? What are you loitering round here for? I got my good eye on you. Make it quick. Sure. Pal of mine made it as far as the Hollow Marshes, even. They dragged his corpse back the next day. Head, I never seen one myself, but me cousin up in Gore said one appeared from the clear sky one day and ate up... Hell if I know. Don't rightly know if it...
So, this is
A
Fort
delivery.
Joy.
Surely you'll have one.
What a crumbling disaster.
Grab, snake face.
This place has made you cranky. Fuck up, old chap.
Deplorable surrounding for an agreeable conversation. I intend to rule an empire one day. To that end, of course, I'd much appreciate...
Amid the squalor of Fort Joy, you suddenly spot an elf with diamond features. She was the one who sat rolling dice in the ship that went. Her eyes are focused on a lizard some distance away. And you get the distinct feeling he's an unfortunate man indeed to be trapped in. No sooner have these words left your mouth than she turns...
You caught me off guard. No one catches me off guard. Better tell me who you really are, or this time, I'll let my needle do the licking. I see. It does...
A push, a pivot, and now you suddenly... Despite the precariousness of your situation, you notice something that remained undetected in the gloom of the ship. A flaw in her diamond features. A curiously shaped scar...
Because it is my desire to question him. You see, once upon a bad old time, a lizard cut this thing, this living scar, into my cheek. The mark of a slave. But now I'm free, of sorts, and I've traced... I intend to raise the subject with him.
She drives the needle in...
In truth, it does not matter in the least who you really are. You saw me. That makes you a liability. That makes you needle feed.
A bright sparkle of laughter followed...
Ha! How amusing. I admit I had not seen that twist coming. Make your case and do it quickly. Why should I join you? I will. And so you seek to escape? How you do tickle me. Most of the misguided dears around here would argue such a thing is impossible. A silly thing to say, but then again, I did think catching me off guard was impossible. Oh, little needle mine, what should I do? You know what? Today is a rather fine day. Sunshine and an easy breeze. Yes. I'm not quite sure the weather will save him.
With a casual flick of the wrist, she withdraws the needle from your neck and smiles, as if she just invited you to sit down for tea.
Yes, the needle did find you rather tough to chew. Then again, this may strike you as, rather eccentric.
She tilts her head ever so slightly and looks at you almost mockingly.
Yes, this will be jolly good fun. Let's discuss our respective roles then, shall we? You, me, and Death will be playing many a round of hide and seek. So, what role would you like me to play? As a rogue, my speciality is stealth, the quick silence of the dagger striking unseen. That said, I'm perfectly lethal wielding any weapon or suits me fine. Lead on, or better yet, let me take the lead, then follow me.
You're not quite certain you'll ever sleep soundly with Sabine in any sort of proximity.
Your eyes brim with inquiry, so ask. We may see no bars, but we are firmly behind them here and now. As I hunt for answers, escape must ever. Let's save those for later, shall. Suffice to say, I need to speak with a Ha! Nonsense. Ha! Shouldn't be too hard, trust me. May require...
Just as you're about to address the lizard, the Red Prince bars you with an outstretched arm.
This man is a dreamer. As you know, I need a word with him. You may wait here while I speak. Permission indeed.
He bids the dreamer stand up and pay attention, which he does in a grovelling and awkward manner. The dreamer then chews and swallows a handful of Drudene leaves before slipping into a trance-like state. He falls asleep. To your surprise, the Red Prince lies down. The Red Prince pinches the bridge of his nose in apparent irritation before turning his back on the jabbering dreamer. You receive a withering glance.
A deserved bit of sarcasm, I suppose. But though this sting-tailed fellow may be a less than stellar specimen in the firmament of turns out I'm being hunted by an enemy I didn't know actually existed. The myth-shrouded House of Shadows. The dreamers, though, they're on my side. And they've visions of me on the throne. That's because you haven't seen that other world in all its glory. Oh, I was born with the promise of an empire. And that promise will be kept. But to keep it, I must find a second dreamer. A greater one. A more experienced... Bahara is her name. And she resides in the swamplands.
You know, I could tell you all about swamp dreamers too if I chewed that much Drudene.
Oh, do hold your prickly tongue.
As you're about to approach the lizard...
Listen, I need to have a chat with this here morsel of flesh. He has wronged me once, but may just do right by me this time.
To your surprise, Sabine proceeds to throttle the unsuspecting... You hear him yelp about the master, lone wolves. Then, quite suddenly, there's blood everywhere as Stingtail falls to the... Sabine heaves a sigh of...
Chat's over.
Demon elf, how dare you strike down a dreamer?
Such is my prerogative, Prince. And doubly so, my... Something on your mind? It's simple. He scarred me, so I scarred him. Extend.
She defies you with devilishly innocent...
Can you blame me? There it is. I was wondering... Anyway, what's dead is done, so let's move on, shall we? Despite my high hopes, this scar disfigures me still. You know what? I'm feeling a bit peckish. Two birds, one... The sun shines bright upon this island, but its hidden heart...
Yes, by all means, let us partake in the art of conversation. Bah! I should whip her till she's as red. But there are broad waters between should. It's forgiving. Still, you bewilder me just as much, don't you know? It was you who invited little Miss Needlework into the fold. Do you mean to tell me you're comfortable with what she's done? Of course he did. Like he was bid to. By doesn't bother you one bit, indeed. To see a so preposterous...
I fear it will be quite some time before we find any answers at all.
Mind your manners, round. What's your hands, Pipsqueak? Out the fort? Make it quick. Hell if I'm sure. I never see...
So, this is Fort
The
Joy.
delivery. Surely you'll have one.
What a crumbling disaster.
Scram, snake face.
Like you wanted.
Deplorable surrounding for an agreeable conversation, but go ahead.
Excuse me, ever so tired.
Watch yourself.
Amid the squalor of she was the one her eyes are focused on a lizard some distance away. And you get that no sooner have these words left...
You caught me off guard. No one catches me off guard. Better tell me who you really are. But you did.
A push, a pivot. Despite the precariousness of your situation, you know...
Because it is my You see, but now I intend to raise the subject with him.
She drives the needle.
In truth, it does not matter in the least. That makes you a liability. That makes you Needle. Your death will be slower, more painful. But fair enough, if you insist.
She removes the...
Let's play.
Oh, 10 bottles of mead. Oh,
Stay back. Stay back. Keep
1,000
that monster
bottles of
bed
dust.
nest away from me.
50 bottles of tears. Oh, make the hinges rust.
boy.
Stay back. Stay back. Keep that monster bedmast away from me.
I fear it will be quite some time before... Goods.
Easy, eh?
So, this is Fort
A delivery. Surely you...
Oh.
Griff is slowly, methodically peeling the skin from...
What? Who's asking?
He smirks. And
I'm listening. Sure. Have good stuff, huh?
I've got that special shipment he was asking after. Everything there? Good.
Can't help you there. If I could, I wouldn't be here peeling goddamn potatoes.
he points the tip of his blade at the grisly sight of the elf hunched over, clutching his knees in the cage.
I solve my own problems.
Griff glances from his blade. He smirks.
I'm listening. Thugs. Look at it this way. They'll cure you of your sauce. Nightshade will cure you of an headache, too.
He points the tip of his...
I solve my own problem.
Got it.
Worse than war rations, these.
I know that look well enough. You're about to pop, ain't ya? Why don't you enter a match and let some of that frustration out? Nothing I can tell you you can't...
Hey, I know you.
Losa, the dark-eyed jokester you met aboard the ship, waves enthusiastically and dips into...
Back then, I was... Madame... You. Glad to see you made it. Nothing like a nice tentacle slap across the moor to set the tone for the week, eh? How'd you escape? Me too. Did you hear something? When you were in the water, I mean. I heard the same thing. Do you know what this means? It means I'm not the only...
Losa's voice catches in her throat. The joy drains from her face. She is stock-still, waxy-skinned, her eyes dark. Greyish-black veins run from her eyes down her cheek. Her head snaps to you mechanically, and her eyes lock with yours. Light suddenly flashes back into her face. The grey veins drain to pinkish...
Anyway, what were we talking about? Ah, yeah. It was a shipwreck, all right. Not much more to say about it, I guess. Papa Joris used to tell me, Losa, he'd say. Losa, you ever find yourself in a sinking ship, follow the... Applies to a lot of situations, actually. Vermin tend to know what's what. Ah, it's nothing really. It's just... I'm just a bit... well, a bit... hospitable? Ha! What I mean is, look... You've never been but I'm a roadside inn. Red door, flowers, like a goddamn gold star inn for the disembodied.
She gives you a searching look.
You seem pretty well adjusted. Ain't that just the truth? So, how are you enjoying the joy? Yeah? I was just thinking the same sort of thing. So, you want to check this place out together? Strength in numbers and all that. It does, right? Before we head out, I've got more than a few tricks up my sleeve. So lately I've been into the enchanting arts, but I can shoot, slash, summon, steal, whatever your little black heart desires. So, what'll it be? Sounds fine. So, yeah? Well, that was easier than I thought. And I'll do my best to stay myself. Lead the way. Well, duh. I'm sure that disguise will fool most people, but most fleshy folks aren't really alive anyway. Don't sweat it. Now, let's go.
Who in their right mind would think of a thing like this?
Amidst a crowd of screws, bolts, and scraps of metal, the woman...
And what you after?
A grin...
Sure thing. Leave me. Go.
She bends over double in a violent...
Mercy. I hope...
Is that thing eating corpses?
The creature heaves through lips gummed with human gore. It turns to you.
You. Quite lost. Quite lost. Now, a little query. Where grows the yarrow? Quickly now, for I haven't much time. Maybe I unscrew your lid and poke about inside and set your memory straight. Would that please you? Can you not remember now? What?
I need aid!
Frightfully busy at the moment, love. Haven't got any liquor on hand, have you? This fella could use a little comfort. Well, what a swollen swine you are. This fella won't accept the healing I've offered him, I'll have you know. Intent on calling the poor fella over there crossed one of Griff's card sharks and got a club to the skull. Don't...
Out my face, or I'll punch your lights out.
He smacks your hand away, refusing the...
You're trying to kill those bleeding fools. Think they run the place. But I showed them. Sure. First, it's your ugly... Out my... Those bleeding fools think they run the place. But I showed them. I...
The old dog whimpers sadly. Amid the squalor of fort, she was the one who sat. Her eyes are focused on a lizard some distance away. And you get the no sooner have these...
You caught me off guard. No one catches me off guard. I see.
A push. Despite the precariousness of your situation.
Let me once, but now I'm free. I intend to raise the subject with him.
She drives the...
That makes you...
A bright spot.
Make your case and do it quickly. Why should I join you? Escape. Oh, little... You know what? I'm not quite...
With a casual flick of the wrist, she withdraws the needle from your neck and smiles, as if she just invited you to sit down for tea.
Yes, this may...
She tilts her...
Let's discuss. You mean death? As a rogue, my speciality is... suits me fine. Then follow me. But wait. You seem to have quite a few followers already.
Here you are. I wonder what keeps you. Tell me your tale. We are unfamiliar, yet familiar. So tell me your tale. Start from the beginning. Start from where you come. I see. Now tell me more. Tell me what you do. Tell me what you find. I understand. Now tell me how your story ends. To draw back the veil and see the truth. We can see the things we lose, not with our eyes, but with our hearts. It is nothing. Many fragments swell.
Just as you're about to address...
This man is a dreamer. As you permission.
He bids the dream. The dreamer then chews and... He falls asleep. The Red Prince pinches the bridge of his nose in apparent irritation. Before turning his back, you receive a withering glance.
A deserved bit of sarcasm, I suppose. Turns out I'm being hunted by... The dreamers, though, they're on my side. And they've visions of... Of course it is. But to keep it, I must find a second... Bahara is her name. And she resides in the swampland.
You know, I could tell you all about swamp dreamers too if I chewed that much Druden, eh?
Oh, do hold your prickly tongue.
Patience, Mal.
The woman looks out on the gently lapping waves. She seems totally at peace.
Haven't seen you around here before. New? Well, don't worry too much if you have a hard time settling in. Takes a while to get used to the place. You here alone?
She gives you a long look.
You keep them friends of yours close, eh? Some of us haven't got anyone at all anymore. Not much in this world someone you love can't make better. It's nothing. If I haven't learnt that by now, I haven't... Used to be, I had a family. A husband, and a little... Then they brought us here. I couldn't stop them from taking my boys from me when they did. Reckon they were cured. Maybe even released. Don't know why the rest... Now I'm just waiting for him to call my name. Waiting and remembering.
Her eyes sparkle.
Kind of you to ask. Stefan? He was my little one. Smart as a whip and no less wicked. And my husband, he was called Felix.
She talks for some time about birthdays, about Felix's prickly beard, about the skunk Stefan once dragged home. Joy radiates from her as she remembers.
What a gift to think of them. I'd like to give something to you, too. A family recipe. One of Felix's. Take care of yourself. You hear?
Ha! Not an attempt, mate. Time's up, Your Highness. It's stabbing time.
Damned nuisance these assassins are. It's their frightful manners I mind the most, really. Well, that was rather fun, wasn't it? I do find it ever so invigorating to cut a cutthroat's throat. Oh, one gets used to this kind of thing so quickly. I'll tell you what, though. The House of Shadows will have all those bumblers they've sent so far.
Come on, you stubborn hunk of garbage.
The dwarf's fingers clamp around a splintered chunk of wood nailed to the skeleton of an old ship.
Ah! Eh? Oh, that. That won't be my first or last row. Reckon I might have had a harder time of it without your help, though. Now, if you'll excuse...
The dwarf spits into each of his calloused palms and...
Bleeding nail must be... charmed or something. Go on then.
You grab the plank and pull. The rusted...
Oh, look at that. Nice of you to finish the job after I...
He winks and flips a gold coin toward you. It makes a long, high arc.
For your trouble. I suppose it were a fool's errand thinking I could make something out of this heap, but I couldn't help myself from trying.
He sucks a finger and holds it up to the wind, testing the breeze.
Winds like these, she would have capsized before she reached the break. Well, on to plan B.
He gives you a wry look.
Aye, was planning to build me a raft and paddle off. I've got business north of here, in a town called Driftwood. Far be it from me to miss an appointment. Why don't we make a deal then? You help me get out of this place. That's the spirit.
He lifts an invisible cap and bows with...
Pleased to make your acquaintance. The name's... well, the name's dead and buried. What matters is what they call me. Beast. May have been cast out, but you can bet your last heel of breed she wishes she hadn't of. I've taken my revenge 1,000-fold on that tyrant's fleet. I'll tell you when... Anyhow, we're a team now, so then let's get down to brass tacks. I've been up and down the realm so often it'd make your cabbage spin, and I picked up a few tricks along the way. Truth be told, I've grown fond of crushing and casting. A battle mage, if you like. Then it's settled. Capital, aye. But it seems you've no room for old beast in your clan now.
about yourself.
a lock and key.
Yeah. I'll yield to none.
bleeding! I need aid.
I'll yield to none.
Into the dark with you.
Yes, by all means, let us partake in the art of conversation.
can stay out here with me.
If a magister finds us on you forget my name, here?
Ain't fit for beasts.
Where is he?
Did you see them, sir? Bishop Alexander, they were just there. So, what's the news? So, what's... Well, I certainly got lucky with you, didn't I? The way out, give me your map. I'll show you where to go.
Pipe down, Farah. It's time to accept reality.
Is he?
Come. This way, in the back. Follow me. Perfect. Now, teleport me down to the ledge behind me, near the tree stump. I'll bring you right after. Oh. Quickly now. Come along. Over here. It isn't far. Over here. Over here. It isn't far. Now, come towards me. I'll teleport you down. I just need to see you clearly. Come close to the edge as you can, friend. Simply perfect. Now, teleport me to that mossy rock across the gulch, just by the torch. We're almost there. Now, teleport me to that great mossy stone across the ravine. Now, teleport me to that great mossy stone across the ravine.
Looks like it's just you and me, Stumpley.
So, what's the news? Well, give me your map. Come. This way, in the back. Follow me. I just need to see you clearly. Come close to the edge as you can, friend. Simply perfect. Now, teleport me to that mossy rock across the gulch, just by the torch. We're almost there. Even the air smells better here above that pit. Thanks for the help, and good luck getting yourself out.
Looks like it's just you and me, Stumpley. I wasn't prepared for that. What now?
Got a good reason for barging into a private room, buddy. Ow? You must be mad. Head out one way, you're back in the joy among the rabble. Head out another, you're knee-deep in the hollow marshes. And? Got no reason before you go. You haven't met a particular fella here, have you? Tall, black beards, intense way of looking at you. Punch up for metaphor? Good, good. Half of me's old Zillick much prefers lounging in the hole than chasing demons hither and thither. I'll tell you now. Not in any hurry to get... Anyhow, thanks and good luck, I guess. Though, if you know what's what, you'll...
Hey. Hi. Good find.
to keep well out of sight of the Magisters.
Lucky find.
You can't silence me. Guards! Guards! Come! You'll see. They'll get their hands on you and then... Guards! Help me! Help me! There is no leaving. I tried to leave. I heard of a shelter in the Hollow Marsh. The undead had their hands on me in 5 minutes. Shredding, tearing. I came limping back and now... They'll come. They'll come. Help me! Help me!
Under lock and key.
The elf's skin is pale as a corpse's, but his face contorts, his eyes lock.
It's you!
Surprisingly, the elf musters a...
The pain is great. I'm not the last. The bishop doesn't count. No, he doesn't.
He screws up his face.
You? You need to go. Dallas, after she took me, she did something. My head, I feel like so... Oh, love, I'm wrecked.
He giggles coquettishly.
Sorcerer! What do you think you're doing, prowling around inside the fort? Don't think so. You broke the rules by coming down here. Sure.
He looks you up and...
Got a nice marble tip.
The tool is broken.
horrible surrounding for an agreeable conversation, but go ahead.
Happening to these turtles? They're transforming. To the dark. Focus!
Swallowed too much seawater, by the looks of him.
Foolish to attempt an escape by sea in these waters.
on tight.
What's this? I found something.
I am not opposed to manual labor if circumstances require.
Ah, a little reprieve from the din outside.
You are in the wrong place, Pinky. Fear? Pity, perhaps. A blind wolf may lead the pack, but sooner or later they will all... Never mind. If you need to suit up, I cannot...
The soldier tightens his grip on his...
The Red Demon. The exiled pig. I'd heard they'd sent you here, but I'd hoped you'd have drowned yourself before crossing my path. Bow before pigs and... Get away. You are in the wrong place, Pinky. Military, are you? Be at...
The soldier stands to it. The soldier stands...
No one tells me there are so many children in this Fort Joy. An elf lives forever. If she stays...
Got you! I got you! Wait! I call a timeout! Back, evil ogre, or I'll get you with my sword! I'll spare you this time. You're really fun. Hey, ready? Go! You found me! Go! Oh! Wow! You're really... I know how to spell introduce. My way is too small for you. You'll have to find another. Hope you brought a shovel.
This
I've
hole
spotted
is
some.
too small for you to squeeze into.
I don't have the right... I need a shovel.
Even the most noble among us must occasionally dirty their claws.
This hole is too small for you to squeeze into.
A human? You stink. No. I'm a lizard. I just didn't grow my scales yet. Yes, you were. Now...
Thank you for your help with that, thug. Rare is the human who goes against their own for an elf.
She bows.
I hear of no escapes. The only way out is through. Through the Magisters, through their cure. Thugs are in this cave. We trust the healer. She is young, but she sees. She knows more than we know. It gives me great pain. I'm with my family. We are making beautiful magic. Wait, I am not here without your help. I do not forget this. For you, a prize. Thank you.
I feel him, but I do not see him.
As you approach the young elf, Losa suddenly...
Hey, listen, you mind? I can't. I just need to talk to her, okay?
She turns towards Sahela. She darts over to the elf, and they begin to... Losa suddenly snatches up both the...
You have to...
The whites of Losa's eyes fade to grey, then black. The colour runs into a...
It rises in you even now, Losa. Do not be strong. Fight. You are okay. You are yours. No one else's.
Shut up. I don't want to hurt her.
Losa is rigid as a board, tense with the effort of holding Sahela's hands in tight, painful...
Leave me alone!
You are hurting me.
Losa's eyes are black. Sahila's fingers are white under her grasp.
Let me go.
A sinister smile spreads across Losa's lips.
Chatty, chatty elf. Chatty...
Losa, please. You must not defend her. She wakes if she is weakened. We must hurt her to protect her, you see?
One by one and two.
Not herself. You must weaken her to help her.
Hey. Hi.
Locked. What's this? I found something.
I am not opposed to manual labor if circumstances require.
Beasts. Leave him be. Don't
listen. I can help you.
Shut up, elf. This clown caught him stealing from my kitchen. Still won't say where he stashed my supplies. Sound like someone you'd let off with a slap on the wrist. Caught him red-handed trying to make off with a second crate after he took the first. Supplies. Crate of food, citrus in particular. He'll talk, or he'll die quiet. Alls I want is my supplies. Happy to let this clown die in a gutter instead of my kitchen. Bring back my crate, and you got...
Don't tell anyone where you got this, eh?
An elf.
You believe what he says? That I am a thief? Perceptive. Like most men behind bars, I'm innocent. Like most of us here on the island, in fact. Aren't you like me, looking? I do. I prepare it, but you guess I need something too. Griff tells you, does he not? I take his supply. I tell you what I know. But first, I know a way out. I show you. And you help me out of here. I can finally. Griff releases me if he sees I do not have what he misses. You, after I am free, you are free. I see no one. In fact, I only hear the sound of Griff clearing his throat. You know how he does? Like so. For some time, I think Griff takes his own supplies. But I see the anger in him that he does not find it. Griff is a powerful man. Power is mysterious. In case I intend no harm. I want only some provisions, you understand. Thank you.
Ain't fit for beasts. Ain't fit for beasts.
Griff glances from his blade.
You already know the terms. Sure, have a look.
Please. Please.